Okay, so I'm now tracing the front of the shirt. I've left the buttons on because they're placed where the centre front is, and we need to transfer that to the pattern. It's probably the easiest way to do it. So I'll just draw around the neck hole, very similar to all the other tracings that I showed you earlier. Just plot your marks, side seam. If your seams seem a bit wonky from any garments that you've unpicked, it's not necessarily your fault. It could be the fact that the garment's been cut and made, and sometimes seams can get a bit distorted. Shoulder seams, side seams, unless they're shaped for ladies' wear, tend to be straight, and this is a boy's shirt, so the side seam should be relatively straight. Relatively. Draw that up to that point and just curve that out here. All shoulder seams should be straight, so if they're not, when you've laid your unpicked item down, make sure you straighten them with the pattern master. Draw in your neck curve, do front mark here, hem, just a small curve on it, and then your armhole. Right, so like I said, the centre front is marked where the buttons are stitched, so I measure in from the edge, that's 1 centimetre, so we need to mark 1 centimetre mark from the outer edge in, and that becomes the centre front, and we need to draw that to write that in. Centre front. Okay. Now, there's a folded area here which becomes the facing. And if I just pull it back, I can see from the fold that we have a measurement of 1.5 plus 1 centimetre. So 2.5 centimetres need to be added to the front, and we line the 2.5 mark on the front along the edge of your drawn line, and then straighten up here. Now one of these from here, one of them is going to be a fold, because that becomes your facing, which is tucked away here on the inside. So that was 1 centimetre. We'll do another line and write fold line. An arrow there so you know what it is. And this becomes your stitch line. Okay, so you need to continue along the front edge here and straighten front neck area here. Okay, now seam allowance is included, as it has been with all the other pieces, and the seam allowance for the hem, let's see what that is, one fold, it's very small actually, just measure that, put it to there. So it's 1.5 seam allowance. Now to draw that in with a straight ruler or pattern master, you're just going to have to do it in small stages. So we start here and then just curve it like so to here. And get to the edge. Okay, now seam allowance for the side seam is 1 centimetre. It's pretty straightforward. Straight up until we get to the top. Now, seam allowance for the armhole is 1 centimetre, and the easiest way to do that is to use the curve in the middle of the pattern master here. So we do it this way. And keep that halfway even. All the way to the top. Shoulder seam. One. And the neck is like so. And draw it like that. Here. Till we get to this bit. Ta-da! And then I've gone and ripped it. Okay. Nothing, a little bit of tape. Can't rectify. Magic tape really is magic. Place that like that. Okay, so centre front, I'll draw on that once I've straightened it up. I'm going to cut this out now. Let me add our notch. Just cut that out. Okay, I'm not going to continue cutting. I think you all get it. You've seen the other videos. This is the shirt front. Cut one pair. Okay, and there we have it. The notches would be placed on the edge at every mark that you can see. So at the crossway mark on the shoulder to denote where the seam allowance is at that point, and then on the edge here and up here, and on the side seam, and then on the hem to the front here and here. Thanks for watching.